Afternoon, early afternoon, right? The futures market has not opened yet. It's a new month today, May 1st, Sunday. So just going to touch up on the indices here and possibly a few stocks. Here's the S&P, the monthly. I mean, this is a crazy monthly bar right here, right? And it's sitting right up on top of some resistance here. I was just removing these trend lines just so we can get a little bigger, little better, a clearer picture. Here's the weekly on the S&P. Let's see here. I'll remove this. Yeah, I mean it's just charting its way, within this channel here. So, but I mean the sentiment. I mean it looks like we're going lower. I mean that's just the way it is, you know. So let's take a look at the Nasdaq. I'm not going to spend too much time on the indices here. But let's go to the monthly. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just busting below this low level of resistance, and I could be off a little bit, a few bucks here as far as getting the exact level, but nonetheless, I mean, it's a pretty massive bearish elephant bar right here, at the monthly scale. So price obviously did bounce off, on the monthly time frame off this price level here. So, and we just closed the month just right below it. Very interesting. So we'll see. I mean, we have FOMC this week, right? I think the meeting ends. What starts Tuesday, and it ends Wednesday. Was it two Eastern, 1 Central, something like that? Here's the weekly on the Nasdaq. Here was the COVID lockdown period, and then we had a massive rally. Well, there's so much money printed, right? And I mean, if y'all don't know, of course, they use that money to buy up the indices and buy up treasuries and so forth. But we're at a point where something's got to be done. If not, inflation's really going to get bad. I mean, it's bad already. It's much worse than what they're saying it is. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's not up to me, right? It is what it is. So here's the weekly on the Nasdaq, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we get a little bounce, right? That would give us a good opportunity to have some really good swing setups to the downside. Some bearish or short swings to the downside, but I don't really want to short anything right now. I think we're due for a little bounce. I mean, technically, there's a buy signal here in my chart right here. That we should get a bounce, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So let's take a glance at the daily here. And remove this fib thing. Yeah, I keep removing and putting it on because I don't want to redo it. And if I remove it on the daily time frame and then I switch to the weekly, I lose it. So I remove it and then I add it and so forth. So in case you guys see me do that quite often, I just don't want to redo it. But here's the daily, and yeah, I mean, this was that cool little bounce, a little relief bounce, that we have been going down since like January. This is a pretty good bounce here, made for a good shorting opportunity up here. As price, you can see here, right? Just something I want to point out, like this was March 29th, and then the 30th here. So this was a good candle right here. Next day, it was like a little bearish type of sentiment for the day. Next day, I mean, it just kind of continued down. We did get some bounces here, right? There's usually, every time there's like price is trying to put a level of resistance in, right? Price will tend to try to bust through maybe twice, sometimes 3 times. But after twice, like this was the second time here, and it just didn't make it. Like you can tell with this solid bar, the solid candle here, would have been a good shorting opportunity right here for a swing, and just kind of follow, look at the clouds, right? The 820 just kind of went below the 3450 here and just kind of follow it down. And, you can scale out at any time and get a little bounce and then come back in. It just takes patience, let the setup come to you. you know. And again, you know, you don't have to trade futures, right? I'm just kind of giving an example here. You could have done it in the QQQs, you know, or pick a good stock that is a major affiliate of the Nasdaq, you know, and just kind of follow it. So anyhow, but yeah, I think, I mean, hopefully we'll get a bounce and, you know, little bounce maybe up to this level, 61.8 fib level. You know, first we got to get past this one, and then we'll see if we come back down and kiss this area right here and maybe bust below it. So we'll have to wait and see, right? So anyhow, that's the indices. Let me just touch in on the S&P and Nasdaq. Let me move over to some stocks here. I've got Apple. Let me just start like with the monthly time frame here. Here's a little trend line here. Let me try to remove that just so we can see things a little better. So right now, I mean, price is just going sideways, right? I mean, it's basically in a channel here. Let me do this, like a little box, you know, right there on a monthly scale, right? So I don't know. I mean, we'll take it. Let's take it to the weekly, and there's that box, right, that I just put. So right now, you know, we had 4 weeks of some downside action in Apple. I just started doing this little trend line here. It's not something set in stone. I usually like a third touch. You know, like this was the first one. This is the second one. I like having a third one. It kind of solidifies things a little better with a third touch. Let me just make this a little longer. And so anyhow, then here's the daily, so you can see a little bit more detail, right? The price within that box, that monthly range of price that I just put in right now, and here's that trend line. So, I mean, price is it's trying to, you know, it's trying to bounce. I do have this buy signal here. Actually, 2 of them. Even on Friday, that was a nasty day. It still held, you know, and I am long Apple. I'm down though. I'm down. Let's see. This is, yeah. I just started kind of getting my feet wet here. So yeah, I'm down 141. I bought the 20, but you know, only 3 contracts, guys. Like I start real lightly, you know, just because of what I was seeing in price on Thursday. That's when I got in. So I mean, it's no big deal, you know, not to me. But the minute that I get a sell signal here, yeah, I'll be out and I'll short. You know, I'll take a short in it. So, but I do see positive divergence right here, you know, which is what prompted me on Thursday to take the signal. You know, I think I posted something on the Twitter handle about that, why I liked Apple, right? And again, it is a 1 touch and a 2 touch here on the trend line. I like seeing a third one, you know. Is that third one to usually make it or break it, right? Or, you know, as far as making it, it'll bounce back up and just continue, you know, we'll continue sideways because we still have to get above these levels here, the 180 level. So just thought I'd point that out in Apple. Let's check out Tesla. Let's go to the monthly here. Remove this thing. So yeah, I mean, this is, you know, we have a good month, and we didn't have a good one. This was March. This is April. Oh no, I mean it's. I still think the big picture we're going lower. So you can see here in the weekly. I'm sorry, that's the daily. Right here. Here's the weekly. You know, there's somewhat of a pattern here. You know, it's 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. We're right on it. I mean, are we going to just fall right below it? If we do, yeah, we are going higher. And there's a level here, somewhere here, somewhere around here, some resistance. You know, within this. Let me see. There's going to be some support somewhere around here. You know. So anyhow. You know, we'll see what happens there, and then here's the daily. there's that charting pattern that price is trying to chart its way, and technically it just kind of it closed right below it, right? So I mean the sentiment looks like we're going a little lower, so we'll see what happens there. And then AMD is has come down pretty good ways here. Check that out. December, January, February, March, and this is April. Wow. The monthly sitting right above the 3450 EMA here. Can it go lower? Absolutely. Right. A lot of people were saying that AMD shouldn't go below $100, but well, why? You know, I still think that a lot of these valuations of these stocks have been artificially inflated. Especially after the recovery of the COVID, all the stimulus package, all the money that's been printed. But whatever. That's my opinion. So let's see. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We got to bounce at some point. We're not gonna just kind of go straight down, but you know, but that's AMD. Let's see, MU, Micron. See right here. Here's the level here of resistance, and I think again we're on the weekly right here. I don't know. We could get a little bounce, a little relief bounce, and we'll take it from there. Let's see the daily. Yeah, so price already Thursday, Friday had already been trying to bounce. Kind of looks a little bit like what Apple was doing, right? And here again, some positive divergence here. Let's see if it holds for this week. So, oops. So we'll see. Let's see how the monthly looks. Yeah, it's just right on there, right on 3450, kind of like AMD. So yeah, I mean it's certainly gonna be something as far as this week goes. Let's take a look at maybe two more. Let's see, Nvidia. That's another semiconductor, right? Yeah, this thing's been hit. Here's a weekly. Here's the 200 SMA. I mean, I don't see good support. Well, about maybe right here, about here somewhere. Some support. You see the monthly. Wow, look at that April bar. Jeez, crazy. So yeah, I mean it's looks like we're trying to bounce. We're trying to give a little recovery here, little recovery bounce or relief bounce. Let's see, Netflix. That's another one. It's got that big old gap when it dropped. Let's see. That's that weekly. It's part of that drop. Let's see the monthly. Man, Netflix has just been murdered. I mean, and you know what? I think Netflix is not even a stock that should be above $100. I mean, but that's just me. Wow. And then Amazon. Might as well just touch on Amazon real quick. Jeez, price below the 200 here on the weekly, and you know what? Could potentially go lower. I mean, I don't see why not. Oh, they're announcing a split, right? Yeah, I was wondering when that would happen. In June 6th. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of low support around this area here, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's crazy how this is all playing out. So yeah, You know, one last one, GLD. Let's see what gold, you know, here's a huge cup right here, you know, and then here's the handle here, right? This is the monthly. But I don't know. I mean, the price is getting pulled down, pulled down. We'll see. We'll see. We need a good month or two to get, you know, get going. But I mean, GLD still. I mean, it's looking all right. We'll see what happens. So anyhow, I'm gonna end it here, and uh, we'll see what's up for the week. And you know, I'll be posting more content. Um, so yeah, y'all enjoy. Thanks for watching.